What's up, guys, and welcome back to House Flipper. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Since the last episode, I decided I'd go through the entire house here and just get all the trim installed, all the electrical outlets installed, and also all of the light switches. Oh, and the doors, too. Totally forgot about the doors. Everywhere except this archway. Haven't really determined whether or not I want to leave it the way it is or add a more formal piece there. Speaking of the doors, you'll notice our trim here, it's kind of an off-white, just not really the same shade of white as our floor trim. So for that reason, rather than having just an all-white door, I decided to go with coarse dark oak. Unsurprisingly, it's kind of our favorite wood type around here. But the game plan for today, ladies and gents, is we just need to start filling this place with some furnishings. That's it. That's literally all we need to do. I think we're going to kind of take it room by room, but we'll definitely be starting down here on the main floor, specifically starting in the kitchen. We need to decide basically on our cabinetry shape. There's a bunch of different configurations we could do here. We could have a C-shaped kitchen. We could have a U-shaped kitchen, a J-shape. There's several different options. So the first thing I'm going to do is hop in the store and just decide on a cabinetry type. I think I also want to try to limit myself to only being able to use the new Farm Flipper DLC objects. That way everything is fresh and new and our kitchen won't end up looking exactly the same as all of our other ones. So for the first few minutes here, I'm just going to start grabbing cabinets from the store and we'll link back up once I actually have something to show you guys.
One eternity later.
Alrighty, well, I did have to exit the game and come back just so I could download a few new things from the Steam Workshop. So let's see if this is going to help us out with the idea that I have at the moment. Seems like it's the same shade of white, so that's good. So those of you that also play this game would know we still, after all this time, we still don't have half walls. For whatever reason. We have lintels that can be placed at the top half of the wall, but we can't really do anything down here. So thankfully, somebody in the Steam Workshop community decided that they would fix that for us. But my basic idea here is to essentially make an L-shaped kitchen, but I really wanted to use this specific ventilation hood. It's like a double-sided ventilation hood instead of having like one of the sides be flat so it could sit flush up against a wall. I didn't want a wall here. I wanted it to stay as open as possible, and I think this will help us out with doing so. Now, the oven location isn't really set in stone, but I think generally that's probably where that's gonna go. We have a massive island right here, a couple of drawers and like some shelves on this side. I think we should have just enough legroom to be able to put like some bar stools or something up underneath there. As of right now, this is our only like eating area. Like this is the only place you'd be able to actually sit and have a meal. We might be able to put a dining table, like just a small kitchen table right here, but I doubt it. I just think that we're kind of getting a little too close to the living room space now. As for the rest of the kitchen though, I'm just going to continue using the same sort of cabinetry set right here. We'll start far right, maybe with a refrigerator or something, work our way to the left. But hopefully here in just a few more minutes, we'll have a completed kitchen. This is coming together very nicely. I wasn't even really paying attention to like which cabinet types I was using, or cupboard types I was using, but I feel like we have a pretty good mix here. We've got a couple of single doors, we've got some double doors, we've got several drawers as well. It's looking really, really good. So I'm thinking over here, since this is kind of empty space, I want to try to turn this into maybe like a coffee bar of sorts, still trying to use these same cabinets here. Speaking of other cabinets, we need to fill in this corner with proper cabinetry. And then over here, since we have this big old behemoth, I think right here we could just use like some shelves. Just some simple, coarse dark oak, probably, shelves. But I'm liking it. I'm really, really liking it so far. Sometimes it's nice to just take a few steps back and just admire your work. Try to take it all in and just see if that's really the look you were going for. And I gotta tell you, this is precisely the look that I was going for, you guys. It's coming together so nicely. Over here, I'm gonna have to fill in a little bit of the trim, but that's not really a huge deal. We still have to add some bar stools in here. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Okay, after we do bar stools and fix up the trim, I think we need some sort of a light fixture just above the island here in the center. And then we can get going on this living room, dude.
A few moments later.
You want to see something that really fries my onions? This right here. Okay, we have the trim just about to intersect the small part of trim, or small piece of trim on this cabinet, right? The exact same thing we have happening right here with the refrigerator. Let's try to just back this cabinet on in. Doesn't work. Does not work. So tell me why I can do it perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable over here, but I can't do it on this side. It's driving me absolutely nuts. So I have no choice but to just, oh no, I didn't actually mean to sell that one. You know what? That might have actually helped me. Instead of using the one with like this finished face or finished side right there, we could just use the one that's flat. Let's grab our Yumika. Oh my god, it fits. Oh my god, it fits. I would have much rather used the one with like the finished face on it, like this one here. But as long as we can fit our trim, dude, I'm good. I am good with that. I still haven't tried our lights in here. See what we think about this. That looks fantastic. That looks fantastic, you guys. We got a classic ceiling today right over here. And then I chose this chandelier. Again, I'm trying to choose things that are farm DLC related. And both of those are actually new objects for us. Now then, let's get going on the living room. We're going to keep things nice and simple in here. We just need a couch, maybe a coffee table, a few end tables, a tall lamp, perhaps, entertainment center, and a TV. That's about it. we are just about to the 2-hour mark now in this recording, and I've only just finished the living room and kitchen of this property so far. It really does take a lot of time just to figure out, you know, what furniture pieces you want to use, where you want to place them, and so on and so forth. But I think the only thing in this room that's not part of the Farm Flipper DLC is going to be our massive 85-inch flat screen TV over here. There's only one TV option from this DLC, and it's like a super retro looking thing. Not a big fan of it. So I think to finish this episode out, I know, believe it or not, we're about to finish this episode out already. I want to add a few things here in the main entrance. Maybe add a few things in this space too, just try to fill the void a little bit. It's a very, very vast space. It's very open, and we've got a whole lot of nothing going on in here right now. Then for the next episode, we'll probably save the office, the garage, and the bathroom for that. But just a few more things, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits on the decorating for today. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. But let's make our way back inside now that the rain started, and we'll go on a quick tour of what it's looking like thus far. I should also mention the wall color is subject to change, so don't worry about it, all right? Don't worry about it. Eventually, everything will be less white, and we'll have a little bit more color in here. The kitchen actually might need to stay white because the half walls right here are not paintable. Also, really quick, I need to see if we can stretch the Yumika across this. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it. That's all right, though. I think it looks totally fine without it. So, our main entrance consists of a ceiling tete and a little deal over here to hang up your coat, take off your shoes, you know, little storage thing. Got a very, very fancy multicolor rug here. I tried to use sort of that multicolor inspiration with these paintings or photos up here on the wall as well. Just trying to tie everything together. Got a real big mirror right there that probably used to be a window, I guess. Over here, I was really concerned that we weren't going to have enough clearance for this, but it is perfect. Like, could not have worked out any better. Moving into the kitchen now, we have our standard kitchen utensils, tea kettle right there. I always forget to add the microwave because microwaves where I'm from usually mount like in a little nook like this, sort of above the oven. That's like the usual spot to put it. And in House Flipper, that doesn't exist. So I always just wait until the very end to slap one of those down on the counter. We've got a couple new jars here from the Farm Flipper DLC. New cutting board as well. The herbs and spices and things hung up on the wall. Oh, also, you'll notice our tiling, our backsplash here for the kitchen. It's the same thing I always do, I know, but it looks really good. Anywhere that we had these shelves, I tried to make sure that we just carried that subway tile all the way up to the top as well. Because without it, it does look kind of funny. I know some people will take the time to actually fill up the cabinets if they have glass doors like these. I'm not a psychopath. Let's make our way around the island and into our living room over here. I know this wall is very dull looking. It needs some type of decoration. I just couldn't decide on what I wanted to put up there. Actually, thinking about it now, I wonder if a window would work over here. It would probably look just as good as any, you know, painting or other art piece we'd hang up there. Oh, also out here, I added a grill. I found it in the store. I didn't know this thing existed, and I just didn't want to forget about it. So I went ahead and tossed it outside. We'll be, you know, working on this eventually, just another day. Over here, we have our usual console and controller setup. However, rather than having our normal like yellow and blue controller, since my controllers actually do have some pink on them as well, I decided to do 2 additional ones, just yellow and pink. I wish we had more speaker options. You know what I mean? I feel like I always just add a simple sound bar in front of the TV. We need like some speakers up in the corner. Like a proper surround sound system would be fantastic. But for right now, I guess we'll just stick with our measly little sound bar. We've got a Roomba over here. This is actually a new item. The one I used before was from the Steam Workshop. So that's cool to see. And we've got a little bench right over here. But I think that about does it, ladies and gents. So I think that's where we're going to wind things down at for today. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.